Welcome to Inside Our Minds podcast. I'm your moderator, Aaron Collier, and I'm joined weekly by two amazing co-hosts, Robbie McIntosh and Ashama Rucker. Robbie has autism and Ashama has Noonan syndrome, but that doesn't stop them from living life on their own terms. Every episode we take you into the minds of Robbie and Ashama as they share their perspectives and experiences as adults who don't let their disabilities define them. Keep listening to be inspired. Good morning and happy Monday. I am Aaron Collier with the two best hosts in the whole entire world,
Robbie McIntosh
and Ashama Rucker.
And we are super excited to bring you episode 8. Are y'all excited?
Yes.
Hey, I'm fired up.
8 weeks.
8 weeks. 8 weeks.
8 weeks of podcasting for us, both of us.
Isn't that 2 months? 8 weeks, 2 months?
Yeah,
Yep.
we started since January.
Yeah, and we're celebrating 2 months, and we figured,
Hey.
you know what? I checked this morning, 140 5-star reviews on Spotify. 140. That's crazy.
Yes.
I mean, that's super crazy. And the fact that we were able to have this much support from everybody all over the country,
exactly.
we're able to actually record an episode today solely on our fans. Isn't that cool?
Right.
Really cool.
Yeah, we did a Q&A and we posted it on our socials, and we got some really, really cool stuff. So we cannot wait to dive in. We really can't wait. I was even getting pretty emotional reading some of the stuff. Like we got some really cool things. Y'all are inspiring a lot of people. I hope y'all know that, and that makes me really, really happy.
I thank you for all my supporters for listening, and we're going to always help out with telling our stories and our challenges, and that's what we're about. We about helping a lot of people that have that disability, and if they don't, family members that have that disability. So that's what we're here for.
Yeah, and that's why we started this platform, right? We wanted to give guys like you a platform to share their voices, and we're going to share some really cool stories on the show today, and we love it. We love that now that this is a platform for anybody.
Yep.
To reach out and be able to share whatever they want to with us. And I love that. That's awesome. Rob, did you have a good week? What'd you do?
Good week, yes. So first and foremost, Monday I wasn't able to go to day program because for those listeners, those of you who are listening don't know, we had a tornado or we're going to have a tornado hit Richmond. I don't think it hit Richmond on Monday, but due to the fact that it would have arrived during the day, my day program had to be closed and I didn't go, but I did get to spend some time with my family, my parents. And this week, no lie, on Monday, shortly before I left my parents' house, all the electricity went out, and just like that, we were watching Love on the Spectrum, and just like that, all of our family was about to go to bed, and I left, and I thought to myself, perfect timing. I was so panicked and worried that I would have the same problem at my apartment, and thankfully it did not happen. All the electricity in my apartment was on, but all the electricity in my parents' house was out. I'm not sure when it came back on or not, but it did go out. And then Tuesday I went to day program as usual, did not go to my Bible study class since I had a long day that day, and I did all the usual work and cleaning and all that, and that was the main highlight of my week so far.
Yeah, I think this is the second week in a row that we're going to talk about bipolar weather. You know what I mean? Like we went from 85 degrees to snow last week, and then we had school closings for a thunderstorm warning.
Right.
And yeah, there was a tornado warning on Monday night, and I mean, it was scary. It was scary. When I was sitting in my house, there was some loud winds that I have never experienced in my whole entire life.
Yeah.
So that was pretty freaky. I'm not going to lie. So I'm glad that's over.
It wasn't scary for me.
It wasn't scary for you?
No.
Were you asleep?
No, I was up. I just didn't hear it.
Well, you got to think too. I'm a little bit farther from where you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So maybe I think we might have got it just a little bit worse, because I mean it was nuts. The rain was like it was places it shouldn't have been. It was like moving before it hit the ground. Like that's how fast the wind was going.
So basically, I prayed.
Mm-hmm.
And it passed us. That's why the electricity didn't go off where we was, because I prayed for it to pass over, but I didn't mean for it to pass over to. Did y'all's light go out, or it was still?
I guess you passed it to my house.
Yeah. So basically, I asked God for it to pass over, and so that's what He basically did. So I didn't really hear the thunder All
Yeah.
I hear was the rain. I guess God didn't want me to hear the thunder.
Yeah,
So
well-
I wasn't freaked out. I was playing the game.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, so I was playing the game on that Monday.
I would have been pissed if I was playing the game and my electricity went out.
I would have been too, but it didn't go out. I just thank God that it didn't go out. So I played the game, and I was playing gospel music that whole time.
There you
so basically, my whole week was God.
There you go.
And on Tuesday, I did a Bible study,
Mm-hmm.
and my topic was, how do you handle a situation Christ-like?
Mm-hmm.
That means spiritually. Like, we could be physically and spiritually. And people answer it the way that God gave them.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, like I said, with me, it's just God's way, God's willing. Because I went through a situation on Tuesday, which I'm not going to put it out there, but I was thinking of a question, and I was searching on what my topic was going to be, because it was on mental health. And I do third Tuesdays because it's mental health Tuesdays. And so I pray and I ask God to send me a sign of what to do. And he said, and this is what he gave me: how do you handle a situation Christ-like?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody answered it, and everybody gave a good topic. That was a good topic that God gave me, and it was a good answer that everybody gave, because it wasn't the same. Everybody gave different answers. So my week was just about God. It
Hey,
wasn't
that's awesome.
about nothing else but about God.
Hey, that's fantastic. Well, I mean, anything else you guys want to share? Y'all ready to dive in?
Let's dive in.
Let's dive in. You ready to dive in?
Yes.
Well, then it sounds like it is time to welcome you inside our minds.
Inside our minds, we will shine. They say we can't, we don't care. We write our own headline. Inside our minds, we will shine. We're goal set, goal get, and we always stay kind. Inside our minds, inside our minds, inside our minds. Welcome inside our minds.
All right, let's get into it. So today, instead of doing a topic, we wanted to give a whole entire show to our listeners, to our fans, and we got some really good questions, right? We put up a link, we updated our website. You can go on our website, you can hit submit a question, you can apply to be a guest, but we had a lot of fun doing it this week, and we put out a social media post and we were flooded with questions again. So I apologize if we did not get to you, but we got some really, really good entries today, and I'm really excited to get into it. Y'all ready to get into it?
Yes.
Let's get it. All right, we're going to do questions first, and then we'll do stories at the end. That sound good?
Yes.
All right, perfect. All right, first question is from Carolyn. And Carolyn said, if someone wants to provide support for you, how would you prefer that they ask you what support you need? Robbie, we'll start with you.
Well, I would say, to answer your question, advocate for yourself, rather than just wait for your case manager or somebody who is your caregiver, asking you if you need any support. Say, advocate for yourself. Like, for example, like, I'm starting to get to the point where I want to advocate for transportation, because there's certain areas in Richmond where transportation is not accessible. And I'd say basically to answer your question, just advocate for yourself for anything, transportation, getting to and from places, and all other things that are living situations.
Yeah, so I like that a lot. So instead of you reaching out to somebody, so you would rather reach out to somebody and say, hey, I need support with this, rather than them ask you, hey, Robbie, do you need support with X, Y, and Z?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Okay, perfect. Ashama, if someone wants to provide support for you, how would you prefer that they ask you what support you need?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Very good question.
I like how a staff will call me
Mm-hmm.
and ask me, do I need support?
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't need it, I'll be like, no, I don't need the support. I have done everything that I needed to do.
I like that a lot. So 2 different answers. So Robbie is more like, you know what, like I'd rather tell you if I need support, and you would rather staff ask you if you need support.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. All right. On to question 2 and 3, and these are both from Katie Sabrito. I hope I said that right. So Katie's first question is, what advice would you give a parent with a child with a disability? Robbie, we'll start with you.
I'd say, to answer your question, I mean, you know, if it's how to treat someone with a disability, I'd say basically, treat them in a way that they can best understand you. So if you speak seriously, you know, treat them in the best way that they feel that they can understand how you're feeling, or in other ways, treat them how they can understand you. Because if you do that, they will understand you even better, or much better,
Yeah,
rather.
I like that answer. Ashama?
I feel like that you should treat them with love.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know that they are loved.
Yeah.
Because if they know that they are loved, they could be able to do a lot of things with a child with a disability. And you also have to have patience with them. So, and if you can't have patience, just pray and ask God to give you patience, because He gives us patience, and we have to use our patience with people in general and with people with disabilities.
Ashama, that's a beautiful answer. And Katie, I'll even answer for that. I think if you're a parent with a child with a disability, don't stress at all, because there's so many great programs. And use Robbie and Ashama as an example, right? They both have a disability, and now they're literally living independently on their own. Like, that is the coolest thing in the world. So there's so many great supports out there. And just, Ashama, I love your answer. Treat them with love, treat them with kindness, and just know they're going to be okay.
Yep.
They're going to be okay. I love that. Really good question. All right, Katie's second question. Robbie, we'll start with you. If you could have your dream job, what would it be?
So, in the term that I like, podcasting, I'd say broadcast journalist, or if not broadcast journalist, become a radio news host, because I've always had the sense that when I was dreaming that my dream job would be, I have had the knowledge that people have said about me in the past that I talk very well and very eloquently, that I sound like a newsman, or people have said to me that I sound like a newsman, and I thought to myself, well, that's the case. If I can be a journalist as my dream job, or if not journalist, radio news host, like working at VPM, working at other stations in Richmond as a radio news host, all that sort of thing. I make a great newsman.
Well, I'll tell you this. People absolutely love listening to you on this podcast, and I think you would be a great journalist, or a radio guy, or a news anchor. Like, you would do so great, because, I mean, you have such a good radio voice. You really, really do.
Yeah.
So, Ashama, what would your dream job be?
Having my own business. That's what I always dreamed of. Having my own business. I like put stuff together. I do perform at birthday parties. I'm a gospel rapper. So basically, I do help people move. I used to help my family move all the time. So it's having my own business.
So what would that business be?
So that business would be APR for life.
Okay.
I would have to think of
What you'd want to do.
Yeah, so basically, because I do a lot, I even write books and write songs.
It sounds like your business could just be entertainment, right? Like, you can book me to come rap at your event. You can book me to help you move. You can help me to help you write a book. You know what I mean? It sounds like your business. It don't have to be like, it can be a big variety of things.
Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to do is build a children's foundation.
Oh, how cool is that?
So, and the name of that foundation is going to be APR for Life Children's Foundations.
That's cool. That's very cool. So, hey, I love that. All right, next question is from David Coppage. And David said, what has been your favorite part of the podcast so far? Robbie.
That's a very interesting question, David, and I will tell you this. My favorite part of the podcast so far was just the conversations that we've had. Just but I will say for the most part, it's just like not only getting to know each other like we've done in the first episode, but just getting to know our trials, our challenges and the struggles, basically everything we've been through, whether it's been school, whether it's been work, all those things, etc. I think that has been my most favorite part of doing the podcast so far. Plus, I always have the knowledge that the podcast can give you something to do on days when you feel bored or on your off days or whenever.
Robbie, that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful answer. And I've had so much fun doing this with you. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
So, dude, this has been awesome. Ashama, what has been your favorite part of the podcast so far?
My favorite part of the podcast so far is encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
I love to encourage people just like God would encourage us. And he puts it in us to encourage other people to go through the challenges, to be able not to give up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my favorite part of the podcast is to encourage people to say, hey, don't give up. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
So, yeah.
Hey, I love that. Two fantastic answers from both of y'all. All right. Next question is from Kyle Roberts. And I got to give Kyle a shout out real quick. I was in Virginia Beach yesterday. So that's like probably 2-3 hours from where Kyle lives. And his picture was in the Wawa for the Special Olympics. So I thought that was really, really cool. And I'll give Kyle a shout out too. He just hit a over the fence home run in softball. So
oh, wow.
I know that dude. It was awesome. So Kyle's question to y'all is, what is your favorite holiday? He said his favorite holiday is 4th of July and Christmas. So what would your favorite holiday be, Robbie?
My answer to that is a bit similar, but I'd say a bit different. But I'd say that my two main favorite holidays, I always like 4th of July because that's when, and I assume why he likes it, it's because you get to see the fireworks, you get to have a cookout, you get to celebrate America and America's birthday. But I'd say the more main type of holidays for me, I actually have a couple favorites. I like Easter.
Mm-hmm.
I like Thanksgiving and Christmas for the most part because those are both holidays when you get to spend time with family and with other people.
And eat really good food.
Yeah. Thanksgiving and Christmas are my two main favorites.
Nice. Ashama, what's your favorite holiday?
I really don't have a favorite holiday, but it would be Thanksgiving, but I give thanks to God every day. So I really don't even have a favorite holiday.
No, well, I do. Mine's Christmas by a landslide. I love Christmas. I love the vibes of Christmas. I love going around looking at Christmas lights, and I know it's all about celebrating God.
Yeah.
But I love giving presents too.
Yeah, I was going to say, some years ago, I attended a memorial service for a man a radio DJ who died suddenly. And when I was at that memorial service, it was mentioned, and he mentioned it, I think more frequently, that his favorite holiday was Christmas too. So now Christmas isn't just my favorite holiday. It's something that it's a favorite holiday that we all and everybody else has in common.
Yeah, I might be crazy, but it just feels like every time of year when it's Christmas time, right? It just seems like everyone is so much nicer. Like, it seems like everyone's so much nicer to each other, and I just love the fact that there's just joy in the air all the time, you know?
Right.
So, no, fantastic answer from both of y'all. Well, guys, that wraps up questions. So, y'all have fun today?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sure did.
Those were really, really good questions. Y'all enjoy like hearing questions from your fans?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that something? What if we did this once a month? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
It would be really cool.
Yeah. It is, because basically it's like feedback.
Yeah, no, 100%. And we didn't just have questions, we have stories, and we'll get to those in a second. But I just wanted to kind of touch base on this. Like, we got so many really, really good questions. And if you want to be on the show and if you want to ask Robbie and Ashama questions, feel free to go to our website, InsideOurMindsPod.com. Again, it's www.InsideOurMindsPod.com, and go to submit a question, and you can ask us anything you want. I mean, you can just say hello. You can share a story. You can ask a happy question. You can ask a sensitive question. We're here to answer whatever you need. Ashama, any closing statements?
My closing statement is keep on listening. Just because of y'all, by listening to us, we're going to keep doing this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And stay trusting in God, and He's there. Just to let y'all know He's there. So don't ever give up or throw in the towel. Because God, when you think that nobody is there for y'all, God has you.
Yeah. Robbie?
I'd say basically, first of all, I'd like to thank all of you guys for listening. It's a really great pleasure to be able not only to see our podcast grow and become more popular, but just to see the amount of people that are listening to our show. And for those of you who are listening to our podcast right now, I'd say thank you for listening, which is the main reason why we do this podcast, or the main reason why we're on the air. Basically, we just appreciate you for listening. And like Ashama said, I mean, you all have questions, you all have concerns, and if you guys have questions, feel free to email us, and even if it's more sensitive or personal questions, we are happy to answer any questions that you have on your mind, and we'll be able to share those stories and those questions with you. So keep the faith, keep listening, and as always, thank you for listening as well.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, I'll even go just like I always say, I'm so proud of y'all. I mean, y'all are absolutely killing this, and people love listening to you. And for everyone that submitted a story, I'm about to give the shout outs, and I'm really excited for that. And just listening to some of these stories and listening to like some of the people that y'all are inspiring every day, it's so cool. And this is definitely, I was really looking forward to this part today. So y'all ready to dive in?
Yes.
All right. So the first story we have, his name is Ryan Mitchell, and he's from Colorado, and he would like to share his story. He said, I just want to say that I want to introduce myself. My name is Ryan Mitchell, and I do fun stuff like my workouts and lifestyle, and I just love to be respectful to everybody and being kind to others. I always be helpful with others too, and I love your podcast. I like how you said put ability and disabilities. I have Down syndrome. Y'all want to give a shout out to Ryan Mitchell?
Yes. We'd like to give you a shout out. Keep doing what you're doing, and God will bless you.
Ryan, I tell you, that was a really interesting story that you gave us. I mean, you continue. Those were really great compliments there, and I'd say among basically what Ashama said, keep doing what you're doing and continue to live your life to the best of your ability. And I didn't even know you had Down syndrome. Pretty interesting there, but continue to do what you're doing.
Keep doing your thing, Ryan. All right, the next story is from Scott Schneider from Indiana. And it says, Scott is a Special Olympics legend. He just went on the local radio station to talk about the Special Olympics in his area. His most recent event was the polar plunge, but Scott is also known for his hard training and weightlifting. Scott competed in weightlifting competitions, and he also enjoys playing basketball and enjoys Special Olympics bowling. Let's give a shout out to Scott.
Good job. And I'm so proud of you. And like I always say, keep doing the things that you do and the things that you love to do. And don't let nobody tell you nothing different.
I'd say way to go, Scott, on that. I mean, we just had somebody on our podcast who, competed in Special Olympics. And it's very great that you shared all your Special Olympics stories. I liked it most about the weightlifting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of these things exercise can be hard for many of us, but the main reason we do it is because we want to be good with our bodies. Our bodies really do need exercise, and the same thing with basketball. All those things I've learned over time that Special Olympics can be a good thing for you. And and be good exercise for you. So good job with that.
Yeah, great job. Shout out, Scott. All right, the next guy we got on our for our stories is Aaron Richmond from Florida. And it says, "Welcome to Aaron's Opinion. Aaron's Opinion is the podcast for blind people and really everyone, where we speak about critical issues in the blindness community, along with other issues from across the universe and galaxy." Aaron Richmond, he sent us a Facebook message. He actually asked us to be on his show. So Aaron has, for everyone listening, Aaron has a podcast where he talks to other blind guys and just talks about their journeys. And I actually saw on Facebook the other day, there was a guy that travels the whole entire country. He's a blind guy, and he actually spends his life traveling the country. How cool is that?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. And Aaron, you're doing a great thing, man. So
a shout out to you, Aaron, because it's amazing. You keep doing what you're doing. God will heal your eyes. And I could see that eventually for you to be able to see, because God could heal a blind man to see. So keep doing what you're doing and trust in God and never give up.
mm-hmm.
I'd like to give a shout out to you as well. I mean, I was what some of what Ashama said reminds me about how it's kind of what Christ did when he was on this earth. I mean, he made the blind people to see. I have there's only one person I can remember. I don't know if everybody in my day program is like this, but some people are blind as well. You know, we all have challenges. We all have disabilities. And what you were kind of saying reminds me earlier about, I don't know if it was Aaron or Shama, but what was said in this podcast really reminds me of there's this guy, what my teacher shared a number of years ago when I was in school, how this guy, took a long walk from his place in Richmond, but anyhow, he walked many miles to Hanover County. I don't know the situation or the event, but no matter what physical disabilities he had or whether he was disabled or not, he still took that long walk many miles from his house over to Hanover, walked many miles. So I just thought that was very interesting. So keep doing what you're doing, and no matter what disabilities we have, even if we have a disabilities, we all can accomplish and do things that are really hard, including hard things, hard trials, and hard struggles. So definitely want to give you a shout out.
Yeah, shout out Aaron, dude. You're doing great things. All right, our last story for the day. And this guy is from Florida, and his name is Thomas Moon. And Thomas has cerebral palsy.
Wow.
Yep. And this is what it says for Thomas. It says, "My name is Thomas Moon, and I'm a motivational speaker, and I wrote my own book. I was born with a disability. I grew up in foster care, and I was adopted around age 11. I was continuously told I was stupid and would go nowhere in life, but I chose not to listen and make something big out of myself. I graduated high school with a regular diploma, graduated college with a bachelor's degree in business management, moved out on my own, started my own business, and now I go around speaking. I am available for hire to speak at businesses, schools, conferences, groups, and more." Shout out Thomas. That story really touched me.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That really touched me too, because remember how I say, and I think it was episode 1 that I was going through that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when people put negative in it, you got to make it a positive in it. So I'm so proud of you, and for you to move from foster home to foster home, being adopted, you're still alive. So I thank God for you. And I'm also a book writer. I just started my first book. So I'm so proud of you. And I want to also say that if your book is out, please let me know, because I am interested in your book.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Rob?
I'd say, for you specifically, I want to give you a shout out. That is really cool that you're a motivational person and that you're writing books. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if there anybody disabled that has written books, but I feel like, it's interesting because I can remember some years ago I was listening to the radio and a person talking about radio stations. She said, "I love listening to an author being interviewed." This was on public radio. She said, "On public radio, because anytime I hear that someone has written a book, she says, I just want to go out and buy the book. And Ashama, to your point, if anybody, has interest in that person who's written a book, I'd say go get the book, basically. But you're continuing to inspire many, many people for the rest of your lives. And I hope you do the same thing as well. So I want to give you a shout out.
Yeah, Thomas, shout out from inside our minds. And I mean, this story really touched me, and keep doing your thing. And I love the fact that you said that people, when they always told you weren't going anywhere, you put that to the side. You put your foot down. You're like, you know what? I am going to be something. And dude, you're making a killing for yourself. And we are all super proud of you. So keep doing your thing, Thomas. All right. I think that wraps us up for today. Dude, that was awesome.
That was really
I mean,
awesome.
that was awesome.
I love all the stories, but I'm gonna be honest, that last one really touched me.
Yeah.
Because that was like he was in the situation that I was in when I was young. And and he wrote a book too. So
that's what I'm saying. Y'all are very similar, like you same situation now. You're living on your own, writing books and have a podcast, and he's living on his own, going around, started his own business, graduated college.
Yes.
Motivational speaker. I mean, that's really, really cool. So guys,
I will say too that, with this podcast, basically I've been told over time that when you have a disability and when you have autism, I always, when I was at Date Program the other day and I talked about a person, and this person just passed away recently. She died of old age, but I had the knowledge that when I said my memories and thoughts and gave her a tribute, and when I give tributes or anything like that, the way I'm eloquently spoken, well spoken, and this is because of my autism, because I have the ability to connect and speak and be well spoken and all that. I promise you, no matter what your disability is, if you have a disability similar to my situation, there's someone's life out there that you can touch. And I always have the knowledge that when I speak, I am touching other people's heart and other people's lives.
Yes,
and
you are.
That story really did touch me, and I'm sure you will touch many people's lives as you do those podcasts for those of you who have disabilities like me who are out there.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, beautiful show. Great job for both of y'all today. And I think that wraps us up. So you know what that means. Yep. So with everybody from inside our minds, we hope you
have a great week.
Have a great week.